Welcome. In order to describe things or actions, we need specific words. A song can be beautiful, but it can also be sung beautifully. For describing a person, place, or thing, we need a different word than for describing an action. We call these words adverbs and adjectives. Let's start with adjectives. An adjective is the type of word we use to describe people, places, and things, or nouns. For example, a big yellow taxi. Big and yellow tell us more about the taxi, what it looks like. An endless road. It's not just any kind of road, it's an endless one. Endless tells us what kind of road. Other examples are as mean as a wolf, as sharp as a tooth, as deep as a bite, as dark as the night. I saw your face in a crowded place. What's going on in that beautiful mind? Be the good girl you always had to be. You've got a heart as loud as lions. Did you recognize some or maybe all of the lyrics? Let's listen to them.
And a big yellow taxi took away my old man.
There's an endless road to rediscover.
As mean as a wolf, as sharp as a tooth, as deep as a bite, as dark as the night.
I saw your face in a crowded place. What's going on in that beautiful mind?
Be the good girl you always had to be. You've got a heart as loud as lions.
Moving on. We now know we need adjectives to describe nouns. But what kind of words do we need to describe actions? To describe actions or verbs, we need adverbs. Adverbs tell us all about how somebody does something, and they usually end in ly. For example, quickly I'm learning to love again. Quickly tells us how I am learning. Killing me softly. Softly tells us how somebody is killing me. Too swiftly flown away. Better use it carefully or it could change your life. Other examples are while my guitar gently weeps. Will you kindly tell me? And your father and sister are waiting patiently. Let's listen to some more music.
Mean everything quickly, I'm burning.
Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly with his song.
Too swiftly flown away.
But better use it carefully or it could change your life.
While my guitar gently weeps.
Will you kindly tell to me?
Your father and your sister are waiting patiently.
Adverbs tell us more about a verb, but there's more. Adverbs can also tell us more about adjectives and other adverbs. For example, that is an impressively big building. Big tells us something about what kind of building, and so it's an adjective, but impressively tells us something about how big. She bought a ridiculously expensive cell phone. Expensive tells us something about the kind of cell phone she bought. Ridiculously, however, tells us something about how expensive. He went to the party with a stunningly beautiful girl. Beautiful tells us something about the kind of girl. Stunningly tells us something about how beautiful. And that's not it. Adverbs can also describe other adverbs. For example, he speaks extremely convincingly. Convincingly tells us something about how he speaks. Extremely tells us how convincingly he speaks. They drive incredibly dangerously. Dangerously tells us something about how they drive. Incredibly tells us something about how dangerously they drive. And last but not least, we sang terribly badly. So, how did we sing? Well, badly. But how badly? Terribly. That was it for today. Thanks for watching.